Hi, Aries. This is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer, with your March astrological forecast, March 2019. It is a very interesting month. If you have watched the overview video that I did on March, you know that Mercury, the planet of communication, correspondence, and transportation, is going to be retrograde basically all month. It goes retrograde on the 5th. It goes stationary retrograde on the 5th and actually retrogrades on the 6th. It stays retrograde until the 28th. So what you're going to want to do is tie up the loose ends of all unfinished projects. You're not going to want to start a new one. You're going to want to complete those things that need completion. Now, I have a very simple picture of what the month of March looks like for you. Let's first of all start with the sun. The sun is the center of our life. The sun is our ego. Wherever the sun is in the chart, this is the center of your life. That's where you live. That's where you have your being. It's just that simple. And so all month until the 20th, the sun is in your 12th house of behind the scenes activities. And what this means is you're going to want solitude and privacy. Now, the sun is in lovely Pisces. Pisces is the dreamer. Pisces is the artist, the minstrel, the one who receives divine inspiration. And so in the 12th house, because in your solar chart, you have Pisces on the 12th cusp. The sun loves its own company. It enjoys solitude and privacy. Now, on the 20th, the sun moves into Aries. This is a totally different manifestation of the ego. Aries says, let's do it now. Let's not mess around. We ain't left yet. Let's go. On your mark, get set. I'm out of here. Aries says, I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want. And as the sun moves into your first house of the zodiac, which rules you, it's your physical body, it's your appearance, it's even your temperament and your personality. You come into your own. But prior to that, there's so much 12th house activity. Let me continue, and you'll see why I'm saying that. The planet Venus, which is love and money and all things beautiful, is in the 11th house. And this is a beautiful placement for it because the 11th house deals with friends and group activities, and your fulfillment, your joy, your happiness comes from your friends at this point. Now, on the 26th of the month, it moves into the 12th house. And that is when the message that the sun imparted, which is, I love my own company better than anybody else's, that's what kicks in again. I love my solitude and privacy. I love being alone. And Venus moves from Aquarius, which it is when it is in the 11th house, of friends, group activities, humanitarian projects, into Pisces. And this is on the 26th of the month. And this is when you will want and just cherish your solitude and privacy. But look what's going on here too. This is Mercury, the blue planet. And Mercury is retrograde all month, basically. The 12th house is the subconscious. It's all behind the scenes activities. It can be the dream world. It can be divine inspiration. But when Mercury is retrograde, everything is confused. And with Mercury in the subconscious house going retrograde, you're going to need more solitude and privacy just to be able to wrap your mind around what's going on. This is why you're going to want to wait until the 28th of the month. Because on the 28th, that's when Mercury goes direct. Now, the sun is already in your first house saying, come on, I'm doing it my way. If you don't want to come along, that's okay, but I'm doing it my way. So this 12th house is very important. In particular, it isn't enough to have the sun there, and Mercury and Venus, but the new moon, which is on the, hang on, I'm reading without my glasses. Here we go. The new moon, which is on the 6th. This is a time of new beginnings. Whenever we have a new moon, that is the time that the energy starts moving forward. But it's moving forward in the hidden part of the house, the hidden part of the zodiac. And so your projects are all going to be those behind the scenes. So give yourself plenty of solitude and privacy in order to make sure that you have what you need to be alone, to enjoy your own company. Now that's the new moon. On the full moon, which is going to be on the 20th, this is when things come to a head. Want to mention that the full moon is on your solar 7th cusp of partnership, of contracts, of other people. The full moon is in 0 degrees of Libra. 0 degrees means it's a whole new start. In the 7th house of relationships, this can be a whole new relationship, either with your current partner or with a new one, either with your current friends or a new one. But this is you interacting with other people, having a wonderful time with others. Now, there's a lot that's going on in addition to this. I want to mention Uranus, the green planet. Uranus has been in Aries for a long time. Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is the one that says, I'm doing it my way. Uranus says, I've got to bust loose. I've got to be innovative. Uranus rules astrology. It rules computers. It rules electronics. And it's been in your first house. You have been rebellious for a couple of years now. Yes, you have. You've been acting very out of sorts, very much your own person, and fighting with anyone who tries to rein you in. Uranus is moving on the 6th of the month into Taurus. It sits on your 2nd solar cusp. Uranus in Aries says, I'm doing it my way. Uranus in Taurus says, I'm breaking up the financial structure in my life. My values are changing. I want to maybe earn my money independently, because Uranus has to march to its own drummer. It has to. Doesn't have a choice. And so until 2025, Uranus is going to be in Taurus. And so our values are changing and your values are changing. Uranus is going to be in your 2nd house till 2025. So how do you want to earn your money? You want to be freelance. You want to be innovative. You sure want to be, if you're in IT right now, you sure want to stick with computers, because that's your moneymaker right there. Now, Mars is wherever Mars is in your chart, that's what comes first to you. That's what you throw yourself into. And so here's Mars in your 2nd house, throwing you into money. You're creating more money for yourself. Until, I don't know if you can see that little arrow pointing to the 3rd cusp, until the 31st of March. And that is when Mars enters Gemini. Now, Mars in Taurus is very dedicated to money. Mars in Taurus is very dedicated to possessions and values. In Gemini, it's a totally different manifestation. You'll see it the very last day of March. New ideas, maybe more travel for you. Who knows? This would be awesome. Now, before I let you go, I want you to keep in mind that right around the new moon, there are 3 things occurring that indicate a change in the energies. And whenever the energies change, the world feels it. It's an instability. It's a fluctuation in the force. First of all, the new moon, as I mentioned. The new moon sits on the sun, of course. It's conjunct the sun. And it is also conjunct Neptune at that time. I didn't want to crowd it here, but the sun and Neptune are conjunct. And so the new moon reinforces the dreamy quality that Neptune brings to life. And so on the 6th, when we have the new moon, things start moving forward. Wonderful. Mercury goes stationary retrograde on the 5th. That means it stops. On the 6th, it starts moving backwards. No, it's not moving backwards. It just appears to be from where we are here on Earth, and that's how it feels. So that's two things. The third is what I just mentioned earlier. Uranus, the planet of rebellion, of busting loose, is changing signs on the 6th. You can see that the new moon on the 6th is vitally important. It's in 15 degrees of Pisces, 15 degrees, 47 minutes of Pisces. Find 15 degrees, 47 minutes of Pisces in your birth chart. You have it here in your solar chart. Find it in your birth chart. That is where and when things start moving forward. The moon continues to grow, and the full moon on the 20th brings things to a head when it comes to your relationships with other people. I want to mention to you that if I have not yet done your personal forecast, all you have to do is go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com, and order your forecast for the coming year. I look forward to helping you navigate through this next coming year. So that's the way the month of March looks for you. I hope this helps you, and I look forward to meeting you again online next month. Till then, this is Maxine Taylor saying, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.